Everyone able to see my screen? So now today we can discuss with the web service testing. Okay. So everyone able to see my screen?
Sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So now today we'll discuss with the web service testing. So for as of now we did for the only web application. Now we can do for the web service testing. Web service testing. So what is the web service testing? Nothing but see, actually we have the application will be there like Amazon and Flipkart. This application will be there. Some this application will be Facebook and Twitter. Some application will be develop the code developer, multiple programming there is, multiple skills they use, and they will develop for that particular application. So at that time we can do for the front end application as a web application, it's not possible. So we have the some cross applications will be there in that particular application. So that is why we can do for the web testing is not possible, like as a web protocol we can't do for that. So that cross applications we can do for the web service testing. So web service testing we can do for the two ways. One is for the SOAP request, SOAP request API. Okay, and second will be REST API. So we can do for the two ways. We can do for the SOAP request API and REST API request. So you need to like do for the SOAP request API, REST API request. So before that we need to understand the like what is the SOAP request and what is the REST request. So SOAP request nothing but we want to like it will generated for the SOAP request with the form of XML format, and rest nothing but it will generate it for the JSON format. So I will show for that also. Okay, no worry about that. Okay, so before that I think I have access. So just smoke test point of view we can use for the one tool, that is the Postman. Using that Postman we can do for the our web service testing also. I think already I have account. Okay, we'll go this sign in. Just this is the Postman is for mainly for web service testing purpose. We are using for the Postman. Kiran SRT and password also will be there. So this is already I have account. If you don't have, you can create for the account also. You can observe create account. You can create for the username password. The email user password combination does not work. See, now you can observe. So I am logging to the Postman. Postman nothing but it is we can do for the web service testing as a smoke test point of view. We can use for the this one. So now we can start with the already we have some workspaces will be there, right? Otherwise we can create for the my workplace and create new, like we are doing for the HTTP request or what API. So we need to select for the HTTP request only. So now we need to create for the new request. So now you can observe this is the Postman. We can do for the API testing like web service testing. Just a single user point of view we can do here. So here it is a success your script. Then you can this script you can push into the in JMeter or load runner, anywhere you can push. First thing you can observe here it is asking for the URL. So you need to get the URL, means we can go to the like any one of the site, and this is the some website for the free web services. Some URLs will be there. You can take this URL. So this is the URL you can take for this URL. Like you can observe, we can go here and we are able to see that this is the request. See, this is the XML format SOAP request. See, it is a generating XML format, nothing but it is a HTML format. It is a less than greater than in between. We get for the some data. That is the XML format. And this is the request. Actually, you are doing for this request. Actually, you can observe John Doe you are given. Actually, you need to get for the what response you need to get means hello John Doe you need to get. That is the response. So that is the response. So SMT can observe this service post only post HTTP request. So we have the different type of things will be there. You can go to the I think here only will be the right Postman. You can go here. You can see here we have the different type of request will be there. Get request, post request, put method, delete method. We have different type of things will be there. Get not for the nothing, but we are not giving for the any data. Automatically it will fetch data from the application only. Post method means you need to give for the some data like XML. You need to give for the XML that you need to execute the test. So now we can observe this is the I think here only we have right. We'll do one thing. So now just see now we can observe this is the request and we are getting for that is the response. So you want for the that WSDL file URL means this is the WSDL file URL. We are able to see the URL in the below. You can observe this is the request and response we got for here. And for here you need to select for the what is the your web services, like you can select for that. So already I copied I think in notepad. So not this one. So this is the my web service. Like so you can observe this is the HTTP URL. This is the URL. So this URL we can keep from the where we want keep means using for the Postman, right? So you can go to the Postman. Where is Postman? So this is the Postman. You can go to the Postman. Here you need to give for the URL of that application. So already you have URL, right? You can take this URL and you can copy this URL. So now we can observe this is the URL of our WSDL file. So SOAP request means nothing but it will be look like this HTTP some apps learn server and services temporary services WSDL file. So this entire URL we need to copy and keep in from the here in the URL place you can keep the URL place. So URL is done. Then this is the which method we are doing post method. So you can select post method and here we can observe we have the body will be there. You can click on body and you are selecting for the which format like it is a raw data. You can select raw data. Maybe you can click on here. You can observe is a text or HTML or XML it will ask. So you can select for the XML format, right? So you can select for the XML format and after that here we need to copy that request. So already we know the request, like you can go above. This is the request. You can observe WSDL file. This is the SOAP request. So you can copy this and you can paste it from the body place and click on beauty. Then it is come for the beauty format. And now you can observe. So I want only message like in that in this name place John Dunn. I want message from hello John Doe. So you can observe hello John Doe. So I need for that response. So that is why I am doing for this WSDL file. So after this completed, you can come to the headers. So we have to add some header files also. So in real time, they will give for the some header files. So you can like select for the header files, like you need to enter for the what are the header files we have. They will give for the one format, like for example in the XML only they will give for the like this is the URL, this is the body and this is the response you will get. These are the headers they will give for the this kind of things they will provide. Based on that you need command you need to add here. See for example you are adding for anything means you can add for here. And after that we don't have right now, so that is why I'm not adding. So now just you can send this. So now you can observe 500 internal server you got. So what is that 500 internal server? You can observe. So means it doesn't exist for the service visitor. Okay, I think this is no need for here. You can remove this and you can send. Still you are getting for that same error. Does it exist in the service in Wisdom? Like okay, you can observe error. What is that error? See this hello request was not recognized. You are getting. So you can observe here why we are getting that error. Hello request XML and then hello. So we'll take this URL above this. And just send this. Oh, still we are getting some error. So now we can execute and we'll see here, and here we can getting for the 500 error. So means it's a 500 means already I told, right? What is the 500 error? Anyone guess? It is not your request error, means the particular this URL only it is we are unable to hitting, like it is application side issue. So we need to check for the in same thing how to we can do for the scripting in the JMeter. We'll see. Okay, JMeter also we'll see how to we can do. So I'm deleting for this. Okay, we'll disable this, and now after creating for the thread group, you can click on add and add samplers as a HTTP request. You need to add for the HTTP request, and you can give for the, like if you want to give for the name of that means you can give for the okay hello XML, hello API. And after HTTP request you can observe here. So it is asking for the server name, IP address and path, and get method or post method you need to select. So now you can go to the application. Here you can observe we need take for the URL of this application, like you can go to the above, and so now you can observe in this URL I will copy and we'll see in the notepad also, then you can understand easily. For here you can observe, you can click on Ctrl V and you can observe this is the up to .com is for that IP. Like you can go to the JMeter, you can see server name or IP means this is the up to .com is the server name or IP, and this is the HTTPS. You can observe here actually it will be there. Okay, you can observe HTTP. So maybe it is HTTPS you need to give. HTTP means no need. Then you can provide HTTPS, and we need to provide for this .com up to this is the server. And after that what are the things will be there, right? That is the we can give it as a path. This is the path, and after that you can select for the get or post method. We are selecting for the post method, and here we can add the body, and you can copy and paste it. I think already we copied no, right? We can go to here and we can copy the request. Control C, and we'll go to the here and we can add for the Control V. So now we are added, and we want what message we need to get, actually hello John Doe. So you need to get that is the response. So you get that response or not, we are able to see in the in this request hello API. So I created like this. We need to create for the web service testing as a SOAP request. So now we did like this, and after that just execute. This will be pass or fail. We can observe. We can clear this, and again we are executing. See, it's done. You can come to here and you can observe response code will be 200, means you are getting for the successfully response. and you can go to the request. So which request you have sent, you can observe this is the post data we sent, and go to the response data, click on response data. Here you need to observe actually response you can get from the like hello response. You can observe hello John Doe. You got it right? See, you got for the successful response. So this is the way we need to do for the SOAP request. So if you have any other request also, you can add for the one more HTTP request and go to the here and sampler, and we need to add HTTP request, and here you need to give for the if it is HTTP or it is a what is the server name, and it is a method is a get or post or a what is the delete or which one you need to select that, and you need to give for the path, and you need to pass for the body data, and if you have for any parameters you can do for the parameterization also. So now we can do how to we can do for the parameterization means right, in this place you can do for the give for the pass the name, like for example you are doing for this is the John Doe, you are doing parameterization, go to here and add some preprocessor we can add, click on here and preprocessor and user parameter and give it as a add variable, and name we can give it as a what is that name, we can go here and you are able to see what is the name we can give, name we can give for that preprocessor will be name. Name, and after that we need to give for the that name means we are did for the parameterization. So now this name you need to give from the here with we know right how to we can do this, like you can delete this and dollar and open curly brace and name only we can give name, and you can close this curly brace and you can save this, and now we did right. Now we'll add for the one sampler, we know right, debugging sampler. Why we are adding means we want to see the that particular name is equal to what output we got. So just I added, and again so in this user parameter we can keep for the above that label, and now we'll execute, and before that we can disable this, we are not given any data here, now only we are executing this. Can clear this and come to the view results tree, and we can clear and just execute. See, now you can observe we got response, but you can go to the here, you can observe for the name is equal John Doe you got. So you are doing for the, you can go to the response data, we are able to see the response data also here. You can click on response data, you can observe hello John Doe you got message. So this is the way you need to check for the response, and how we are getting for the valid response or not. How you need to check means first thing in the sample request only we can see the in the here only we are able to response code is a 200 or 300 or 400 or 500, you are able to see here. So this is the way you need to do for the SOAP request. So is clear everyone, or anyone any doubt? Hello.
సార్ ఇది ఏపీఐ మనం ఎందుకు తీసుకుంటాం సార్ యాక్చువల్గా JMeter?
సారీ,
ఏపీఐలో తీసుకొని చేస్తున్నారు కదా సార్ మీరు, అంటే ఇది ఫైనల్ గా యూజ్ ఏంటి అని నా డౌట్ దీని నుంచి.
see for example you are doing for the web application right, so you are doing web application, which purpose we are doing this particular application, number of user point of view, okay, it is fine or not we are checking. Same way this API also, if you execute for the number of users, okay, you are getting for the correct response or not, and same to the same to you need check for the, see for example here you can observe response time, load time, how much time it is happen, 679 milliseconds happen. So means this will be, we need to measure, this is the response time of our API. So this API you can execute with the multiple user also is possible, and we need to analyze the results. Okay, we are getting for the like we are executed 500 times this API. after 500 response time, we are getting for the proper response or not, as same to the what is the response time of 500 users average response time, we need to observe. Got it?
Yeah.
SOAP
Hello.
API. Sorry?
ఇది వెబ్ సర్వీసెస్ మీన్స్ ఏం అర్థం కాలేదు నేను.
See, web services nothing but it is actually cross platform applications we can do for the web service testing, like because they will develop for the multiple languages like Java, .NET and C Sharp and they will Salesforce. So different kinds of applications they will do for that point of what will happen, you are unable to do for the front end application as a web application. So that is why we need to do for the web service testing using for the web service call. Like this is the, we can give it as a URL, right? Based on this URL, your data will be fetched from the database and it will be execute, and you need to observe for the what is the response time you are getting for the particular this API. Okay. So now we'll do for the one more, next will be already SOAP is completed, right? We can go to here and we can give it as a name REST API. REST API. Now we can go to here and we'll go to the
చెప్పిందే మీరు రెస్ట్ ఏపీఐ అండి, అది పోస్ట్ మ్యాన్ టూల్ అనేది రెస్ట్ ఏపీఐ కదా.
Postman tool using for this Postman we can do for the web service testing. So only for single user point of view, like as a manual testers, right? They will do for here. But as a performance testing point of view, we can do for the our tools. It's a JMeter or load runner, Neoload. So which tool you are using, you need to do that. So you can observe already for real-time applications I did some. You can observe here. These applications I did for the real time in my project. You can observe this is the URL of that application. You can click on body. This is the data. Okay, and you can observe headers also we have. So we need to add headers, I told, right? You can add for the headers like this, accept and correlation ID, some these all things it provide for the our teammates or our development team will be provide. So when they will provide, right, like this they will provide, like I will prepare one document for your understanding point of. Okay.
యాక్చువల్లీ ఒక డౌట్ అండి, ఇప్పుడు ఫ్లిప్కార్ట్ అమెజాన్ కి 10 lakhs యూజర్స్ ని JMeter లో చేయగలమా? చేయలేము కదా.
Yeah, you can do it.
JMeter లో ఎలా చేస్తాం 10 lakhs యూజర్స్ ని ఒకేసారి లోడ్ టెస్ట్ చేయాలంటే?
Yeah, yesterday I showed, right? Based on that, you can design the scenario, you can execute. And same to the here, one more thing we have to do for the more than 10,000 means we can do for the using for the some distributed testing will be there. Based on that, we can do.
మామూలుగా JMeter 1500 2000 లోపలే యూజ్ చేస్తారు కదా, 10 lakhs 20 lakhs చేయరు కదా.
Yeah, we can do, yeah, because this is the free tool, right? You can using for the some plugin managers and as using for the some IPs you need to create for the IP addresses. Using that you are distribute the load from the one IP to one IP. So that is the distribution testing will be there. Based on that we can do it that. Now what we are doing, okay, we are opening for this, right, document. It is not. Okay, we'll do one thing. You can do for the notepad only. So now how to they will provide nothing but so application URL. They will provide as a real time. How to provide I will showing, so please try to understand. Just they will provide for this is the URL, application URL. Application URL, and after that they will provide for the request body. Request body nothing but this is the request body. So we can copy this entire thing and paste it here. This is the request body. Then go to here. So request body is completed. Then they will give for the response also. They will give response body, means once you can execute it. So they will give for the response body. So response body also they will give. So like this, once you can execute this, right, you will get for the some response here. Maybe okay, we got response. So you can take this response and will pass it from here. This is the response, and after that they will provide for the header files. Header files also will go here, and here bulk and edit and Control C, and you can come here and they will provide this all details. And so everything they will provide. So now you need to do for the testing. So first you need to validate this testing in the SOAP request, or otherwise you can do for the Postman. So Postman is also one of the web service testing. As using for that we need to validate, okay, whether this web service call we are able to getting 200 response or not. You need to check. So these all things they will provide it. Then we can do for the our testing, like we can add for this in the JMeter or anywhere, and you can give for the response data. And this response body will nothing but just if you execute this request, you will get for the this response. Means you got for this response with the 200 response, then your web service call will be went good. And you can observe header files also they will give like this, accept application. So now we can come to here and you can do for the, this is the way you can do for this. Okay, so this is the way they will give, provide the document, and based on that you can create the script. It's clear everyone? So now we'll do one more thing. I told, right, REST API. Once we can come to this URL, we are able to see the some REST APIs. So you can observe this all will be REST APIs. So we have the some get method, post method, and delete method, patch. We have different will be there. So now we'll take for the post method. So just you can click on this. It will open document. Like you can observe how we put, right. So this is the request, and you can go here, and this is the sample request for the some other one. So you can take this all things, and we need to do for the, see now you can observe here one thing. Actually last time we got for the, that is format will be different, XML format with the tags, but here this is the JSON format. REST API nothing but we need to do for the JSONs. So this is the JSON format. Now you need to take for the URL, and this is the, for example, we'll take any one of this. Okay, we'll take this is the get method first. Just copy this. In Postman we'll try first, then we'll go to the our tool. So go to the Postman. You can will take new one and HTTP request only. You can give it get only. We are doing just give for the URL, and after that we need to give for the body. So click on body, and here you can select for the raw data, and after that here it is asking for the it is a XML or JSON it will ask. So if we are giving for the JSON, right, you can select for the JSON, and what is the JSON, you need to go to that application and take for the JSON request. Like you can click on this. So this is the response. This is the get method only, right? We'll take this is the get method only. So just we'll take for this is the response you got, and we need for take for the request only, sample request. So this is the request. You can take for the this is the request. You can copy this request. We have here only there, right? Postman. Then you can copy and paste it. Okay, so now we copy and paste it, right, and after that you can execute this. See, now you got for the 400 bad request. What is that error? Title error. See, you can observe unexpected end of JSON input. So means JSON is some format is not good, so you can click on this. So now we'll take another request. So I will share this URL to everyone. You can take the request and go to the soap and give that request, and we need to give for the proper JSON. This is a John Doe, right? Which URL we need to give, that means you can go to the proper URL, you can give this URL. So where is that URL? So now we'll go to back. So this is the URL, and we'll take for this URL, copy URL, you can copy this, and this is the document. You can go to the document. Like what is this data? Read all passenger endpoint support program. This is the last one. Yeah, endpoint. So this is the sample request. We can take this is the sample request. You can copy up to this and Control C, and we can go to the, and better to do one thing, you can copy in the in notepad or somewhere place, because some everything is correct format is coming or not, we are unable to don't know. So that is why you need to give this, and now we can copy, then go to the Postman and enter for that request. Okay, so now we'll go to the, again we'll go to the URL, we'll take for that URL. So now we can go here, and we took for this URL, right? You can do this copy and paste in the URL part. So we took from this is only right, correct URL, passenger and size. Okay, that is correct. Now we'll execute. Maybe we'll get response, proper response or not. Now we can observe we got for the total passengers will be 2158 and total passenger 216. So you got for the response. See, proper response you got, and you can observe response code will be 200. So now, so just you can, we are selected this rest nothing but it is a JSON format. You can select for the what is the request URL and assume to this the get method or post method you can select and assume to the, so and assume to we need to select for the JSON here. Once you can select raw data, we are able to see here different formats, text and JSON, HTML. So we are JSON, you can select that and after that just send, you will get for the response. So this is the way we can do for the REST and SOAP API here also. So now we can observe in this I did for the many things I did for in my real-time projects. This all see post methods only all. See some billing plan API and some different things I did. So we have this all will be APIs. So now same script we can do for the REST API in the our. Okay, now this. So now we'll go to the here like same thing we can copy paste in the our JMeter. Like this is the HTTP request and this is the HTTP or HTTPS you can observe. This is the what? HTTPS. So if it is HTTPS you need to give for the HTTPS and we need to take for the up to .NET is the our host or IP. Okay, and after that you can observe after v1 this all things we can consider as a path. This is the path and after that we need to enter body, like you can go here and copy this enter thing and control V. So now we are did all things right. You can, what you need to do means just execute and we'll see this. So we are executing two scenarios, right? So we'll keep for REST API already we are given, right? Okay, you can keep from the here we are doing for the hello SOAP and request and we can observe the now. So just we can clear our results. So just will execute. See, this the rest, right? You can observe which code you got 200 means valid response you got, and you can go to the request. So what is the request you have passed? All requested it will come, and you can go for the response data. So you are getting for the proper response also. So this is the way we can do for the this kind of things. Then after that you want to execute with this test is the multiple users means we can do for the in thread group like you can give for thread group, and if you want to execute this test with 100 users, so you are given 100 and ramp up time we are giving for the all 100 users will come for the 20 seconds and specifying for the duration like we will execute for the okay 2 minutes will execute, okay 120 seconds. So after script is completed, so we are done for the web service scripting. Now we are completed web service scripting, and I assume the one more thing I forget, right? We need to give for the like assertions also we need to keep here, like go to the add and we can give for the assertions. You can click on assertion, you can select for the response assertion and give it as a response code because we are selecting for the response code. Click on add and give it as a 200 means if it is valid you will get for the 200, otherwise your script will be fail. You can observe and we'll observe that also same thing. You can copy same and we can keep for the this point also. Okay, control V. So now we keep for the response 200. So now we'll execute one time and 1 minute we'll remove this. Okay, just will remove, and we'll need to observe this assertions also. Success. Okay, we are given duration. Okay, we'll remove this. Okay, now just I'm executing. You can observe you are got for the sample request, you can go 200 you got, so that is why you didn't get an error. Now what we need to do is we can change for the response code is 200 to will change is 400. So as same to here also we can change for the 500. Means you are expecting for the what is that 500 and there will be 400. So if you got for the expecting as a 500 there, then it is a pass, otherwise it's failed. So that is the condition we are doing. So now we can just go here and clear this and again do it. See, your two scripts will fail. You can go there and click on response suggestion. So you can observe here assertion failure message, text failed, code expecting for the 400, but we are getting for the what? You can click on this and you can observe we are getting 200. Actually expecting 200, but you are expecting from the 400. So it is not there, it is failed. So that is the way we need to give for the assertion also important. So how it is failed means it is the 400. Actually we need to give for the valid one as a 200. Okay, 200, and here also we can give it as a 200. Okay, now you can save this. Now we'll execute. So now we can add anything. So we don't have any pre-post processor because we don't have any dynamic data, and we have the timer. If you want to give for the timer means you can select for the constant timer. Then this API to this API some delay it is happen for 300 seconds. So we are done for the scripting. So if you do for the as a web script also, you need to complete for the like this. Like you can do for the correlation, parameterization, and after that you can do for the assertions, and as same to you can do for the think time. You can give for the think time, and this all things you need to provide. So after that you need to start your test. So now everything is done, right? Now again we'll prepare the test. Like we'll give for the 100 users. 100 users will be within 20 seconds will be ramp up, and will duration will giving for the 120 seconds. Now we'll observe our test. So now we'll start our execution view. We can clear all, and now we'll start our test. Now once you can observe, once click on start, it will start for the time. It will start from the 0 1 2 3 4. Here 0 1 nothing but some number of virtual users will be ramp up, we are able to see, and here you are getting any errors you are able to display here. Now we can just click on start scenario. Error occurs starting thread group error means invalid duration 0 set in the thread group. Okay, we'll go to thread group, something is wrong. Okay, sorry, delay we are given 120 seconds, we need to give for the here 120 seconds. Sorry. So now we'll execute. Now you can observe users will be ramp upping. You can observe we are given 100 users, so it is users will be keep on increasing the load, and this is the you can observe we are getting some errors also. What is that error you want to see means this is the output window. We are able to see the this is the output window. So one error means no problem. Now 100 users will be ramp up is happen because we are given after 20 seconds only we are able to seeing for the 100 users. Now 100 user will be executing your test. Now you can click on unscroll, then you are able to see your test is done. Okay, 100 users. So like this we can do for the test, and I think we are not added any one more thing we miss. We need to add for the some listeners also, like listeners nothing but results point of view. Like open this, and if you want for the aggregate report you can add aggregate report, and as same to the if you want for the apart from listeners, so you are adding like view results table or response time graph or graph results. You can want aggregate report or summary report. You can enter this. Now just again will execute. So specify thread group and 20 seconds and 100. Okay, again will execute. Now we are able to see the results also. See, now I'm clear all and doing for the test. Now you can observe. See, now you can observe your test is going to see REST API. You are getting for the green color means your test is going to went good. So your test is completed. You can observe results also. We are able to see this hello soap request. It is a 715 millisecond happen for the 100 samplers nothing but 100 times is executed. It is happen for the 715 average. We need to consider it. And summary report also you can see for the same way. So we need to only observe for the soap and rest. So this is the way you need to see, and this report we can send to the someone. Got it? So anyone any doubt regarding this? Regarding web service testing, like how to we are doing and this all things. I'm sharing in chart window for these URLs, and you guys practice, because you can go to this. You want to sample means you can go to the this URL, and after that you are able to find that URL and sample REST API URL. This is the REST API URL. Just I copy into the chart window. Everyone copy and paste it in your notepad and keep it ready. So anyone doubt for regarding web service testing? I think thank you for everyone. We'll meet tomorrow and we'll discuss for the next topic. Okay.